Welcome, everybody, to the Real Life Pharmacology podcast. I am very excited to launch this podcast. I've had it in the back of my mind for probably a year or two. My background, I am Eric Christensen. I am a doctor of pharmacy, and I am passionate about medication safety and certainly medication education. I am owner of the blog meded101.com. I've been working at that for nearly 5 years at this point, and really been excited to share lots of case scenarios, clinical pearls, all across the world, and have really enjoyed that. And I wanted to bring this podcast to really help students and young healthcare professionals get a better understanding of pharmacology and how it really relates to real life. So I've got two major objectives. One, I want to help you prepare to pass pharmacology classes, pharmacology exams, board exams, whatever you're taking that you need to get through to get to your ultimate goal, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a med student, whether you're in PA school, pharmacy student, any other healthcare professions that may require pharmacology, or at least some sort of pharmacology. I want to help you guys understand the basics of pharmacology. And in addition, my secondary goal is to really help provide a resource that teaches the real life examples. I always remember the professor in college that clearly had never practiced in the real world in a very long time. And I remember being taught examples about reserpine and metoprolol. Okay, these are two drugs that I've honestly, I don't think I've ever seen them used in clinical practice, but I remember it vividly being taught these medications and how they work and mechanism of action and side effects. And I get out into the real world and I never see them again. So I work as a practicing clinical pharmacist. I've worked in long-term care as a consultant there. I've worked in a primary care clinic. I've worked in a community pharmacy at times. I've worked in assisted living. I've done home visits with patients. So I've had years and years of experience to work with multiple different providers, different nurses, and see a ton of different medications and a ton of different medication questions. That's really what, my primary role historically has been in pharmacy, is to really help identify and solve medication-related problems. So I'm going to bring a lot of that real world, that real life experience into me trying to help teach you pharmacology. Now, a little bit of my background as far as an online educator. I've been quoted in the Wall Street Journal, acknowledged in the American Journal of Nursing. I've written an Amazon bestseller, and also have been recognized as the #1 pharmacy-related blog with my website, meded101.com. I have zero conflicts of interest with any sort of drug companies, so that I have no issues, no concerns there. Never been a paid speaker, a consultant, never worked for a drug company in any capacity. So what you see is what you get. And I relay those acknowledgments to you, not to boost my own ego, but simply to let you know that I have historically been a credible source of information, and I hope you don't have to take my words for it. Hopefully you can see as the podcasts roll out, hopefully on a weekly basis is my target. Hopefully you'll see and recognize that I do have some credibility in the medication arena. With that said, you can reach out to me. reallifepharmacology.com is the website for this podcast. Send me an email, leave me a comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like. This is definitely going to be a work in progress for sure. I'm really going to try to target basic information, mechanism of action, side effects, pertinent labs, drug interactions, really important stuff that you need to know in preparation, like I said, for exams and passing your pharmacology classes, as well as you're going to get that real life slice of pie, so to speak, and hopefully I can teach you what actually happens in practice and situations and scenarios that I have seen. I'm excited to launch this podcast. I'm going to start on some of the most common medications that you'll see. I'm going to target a week. I think I mentioned that, to get a podcast out once a week at least, and really, focus on bringing you some real-world experiences as well as really good background, basic information for each medication or medication class, if I choose to cover them that way as well. With that said, this podcast is for educational purposes only. It's not intended to diagnose, to treat. So please, if you're looking for information on that, talk to your individual pharmacist and or doctor if you've got medication questions or concerns. Looking forward to getting this started. Like I said, please reach out, reallifepharmacology.com. And I can't wait to hear from you guys, and excited to share some of the things that I've learned along the way. Take care, guys, and have a great rest of your day.